He is here. Exciting. So hopefully you can see me. Oh, awesome. No problem, T. No problem, T. I'm glad I can see. Thanks, T. I am going to do a quick run through and then this will be saved and the link will be available in the site forever. Oh, okay. Great. I didn't know if you just didn't have audio or if somebody didn't have audio. So I just want to go over a few things. First of all, welcome to the My Little Scrapbook Store community. My name is Jessica. I am on the design team, and you will see. Oh, no problem. I posted it on. It's just easier to save the link, but I will. The problem with the Facebook Lives is that they go away every 30 days. So if we put a live like this out there, it will disappear 30 days from now. So instead, we're doing links to YouTube channels where we can. And I'm going to go over that, but I'll just give everybody a few minutes. I'll let Michelle share and then we'll figure out where we are. So I'm not sure how many people are watching. Let me look, just one. No stress. Hopefully you guys will come back and watch this. But basically what you're seeing is my computer screen right now. And I'm going to go over in two ways. I'm going to go over this as how you see this on a computer or a website, a desktop, those kinds of things, your laptop, and then how you see those on an iOS device. So hopefully that will help you. First and foremost, welcome to My Little Scrapbook Store, scrapbooking layouts and more. This is a Facebook page that started with Michelle, who you're hearing. She is My Little Scrapbook Store. She has an online store that does sales monthly, even more than that, with some of the newest and best products. And she will post her sales live in the group. There is an app you can use to actually go to and see the sales. So there's a lot of really cool things that happen with My Little Scrapbook Store. But if you've made it this far, you were probably here because you joined the My Little Scrapbook Store Scrapbooking Layouts and More Facebook group, which is what you're seeing. And what I want to do is go over a few of the things that are in the Facebook group. Um, Hello, everyone who's joining. First and foremost, the most important thing in the Facebook group is the cover photo. So the cover photo always is the calendar of events. It's updated to the best of our ability. And what you can do is you can click on it to view the calendar. So in this particular case, I have clicked on it, and what you're seeing is the December calendar. Hopefully, that's what you're seeing. Um, and when you see the December calendar, what you see is that we have um, all of the lives, any information we have from Michelle, and I will update it as often as possible. So, for example, tonight at 8 p.m., T is going live in the scrapbook group. So the way that we do lives is that we will post a link just like I did here with either a direct live in the Facebook group if we're choosing to go live in Facebook directly, or with a link to a YouTube video. So what you're watching now is my YouTube channel and you'll get that link. So, for example, tonight, T will say, "Hey, I'm going live at 8," and there'll be a post in this group around 8 o'clock that says, "Hey, I'm live, come join me." So, in order to make sure you see those, you need to probably have new posts at the top of your group. So, on Facebook, if you change this little thing from most relevant to new, you'll see the new posts. So for in this example, you'll see that I'm live is the last post that was there. So that's the first thing about our scrapbook group Facebook page. The second thing is the featured posts. So featured posts is where we have the links to the things that are important to you for that month. So, for example, the December challenge album is a featured post. So our challenge albums will always be listed in the featured posts. Every challenge album will look the same. It will have an intro photo that gives you the following information. It tells you what month and year this challenge folder is for, what your entry criteria are, and they're typically one challenge is typically all we do each month, and you have to do a paper project, and then it tells you when they close. Every month, we do a $10 My Little Scrapbook Store credit drawn randomly for people that enter the challenge. The next photo in the challenge album will be the challenge. So, for example, in December, this mood board was the challenge. So, the way you enter a challenge is in the comments of the challenge photo, you upload, like Eileen has done here, your entry for this challenge. And then at the end of the month, or in this case on January 4th, it's always the Sunday after the end of the month, we will um, draw a random drawing of these entries for a $10 credit. So that is how you get to the challenges. Now, let's say you forget that you need to go to featured to see that. The other way you find it is under on a computer, you go to media albums, and then you will see all of our albums. So if they say, for example, this one says December 2025 challenge album, the January 2026 album is already posted. There's no challenge in it yet, but there will be in 2 days. All the other challenges are posted here. So if you go to albums, you'll find them. And that's how you'll find all of the albums. And then you do the same thing. You click on them. Once the challenges are closed, we turned off commenting. You can still use the prompts, but the commenting and the challenge is closed once it goes past the date in the challenge description. So that is our monthly challenge. Our monthly challenge is always in an album. It is always the second photo in that album, and you post in a comment your photo. A lot of people post on this one, and we try to go back and catch it. I will just tell you, we do our best. If you post in the comments of the album or you post somewhere else, but you're guaranteed to be entered if you do it, which is entering a comment on the photo of the challenge. So that's how the challenges work. There are other challenges that we have in the group that are more than the monthly challenge. And the big one, the one that everybody loves, is the 52 layout annual challenge. So the 52 layout annual challenge, it happens. Oops, that was the wrong thing to click. Sorry about that. It happens this is the third annual for 3 years in a row. And Michelle has created 52 weeks of prompts. This is also a album in the group. So to find those, you go to albums, and here it is, the 52 layout challenge album. And you will see all of the challenges here. And the way you enter this is you simply, under each of the months, you enter your photo of your challenges and what week it is. So for example, I'm just going to pick this random one. Shayla did this for week 9, which was using this sketch. The fun thing about the challenges is that each month there's also a sketch that's created for the month. So if you're looking for a fun sketch, it's good. And then at the end of all of this, Michelle goes through and sees and looks at everyone's checklist to see who has completed the 52 layouts and enters you for a drawing. And you also win My Little Scrapbook Store credit. So this is another challenge that we have. And this one runs all year long, and you can do it all year. Those are the two main challenges for the scrapbook layouts and more group. Oh, I forgot cards. I'm sorry. I did forget cards. There's also, much like the monthly challenge for a paper project, Gina and Amy have a monthly card sketch or a card challenge that you can do, and that you find under the card making challenge. So there's an album for the card makers too. Um, and Michelle, I think we need to find the the checklist. I was looking for that and I didn't see it. I think it is, let me see. For some reason, I'm not finding it. There it is, Scrap 365. So the Scrap 365 checklist is here as well. And unfortunately, this is a PDF, so I can't, there it is. See if I can show you the screen here. There was also Scrap 365. So if you did 52 weeks and you have 52, you can post that checklist as well, and post that in there. But you can post your layouts and how many you did here. So the thing about the 52 weeks challenge is you don't actually have to use our prompts. We're just seeing, did you do 52 projects this year? And that's where those are. So the files have a lot of information as well. Let me find, yeah, I didn't see the other checklist, Michelle. If you want to find it, I'm not seeing it. We have, oh, no, 52 week. Here we go. Sorry, I found it. 52-week printable checklist. There it is. I apologize, guys. Here we go. So we have both the 365 and here is the 52-week checklist. So cross out and highlight as you did each one of these weeks. So that will be good. I will link this and try to make this post a little bit more available. And Adobe's going to tell me some stuff. But here's the 52-week layout. There'll be another checklist for 2026 that we'll do when we get that started. So, big picture, we typically have 3 challenges going all the time. The first challenge is our normal monthly project challenge. The second challenge is the card sketch challenge. And the third challenge is the 52-week, 1 week at a time prompt challenges. Those are the challenges for the group. The way you enter any of those is to find the challenge in the challenge album and upload your project under the photo of that challenge. So that's the way you enter those. We have lives, and here's the 24 cards. We have lives every week, and you'll see those on the calendar that is in the crop photo or in the top photo of the group. Where do we post the checklist? So that's a great question. So if you go back to the 52 week, there is a picture right here at the very end that says post your checklist here. So this is where you would post your checklist of your 52 weeks. In general, everything is in an album. So 52-week, all the information, including where you upload your checklist, is here. For the individual months, all the information is in their month for challenge. So that's where you find everything. So that is the generic information for the My Little Scrapbook More Layouts and More group. The other group we have, which is an important group, is the My Little Scrapbook Store online crop group. It's the sheet that has the weeks listed, and I can post that. Yes, you can post that. The My Little Scrapbook Store online crop group, we do quarterly, so about once every 3 months, a scrapbook crop that is typically a set of 10 to 25 challenges where we do a real crop. And we'll have lives all week. So if we were to look here and we were to look at the albums, you can look at, for example, our last big one was the podcast-based or Scrapcast challenges, True Crime Scrapcast. So these were the challenges we had for that crop. For example, we had surveillance footage where you needed to use a black and white photo. And we have themes, and then all of the challenges have the same way. It works the same way as our challenges in the other group, except this time you find a different crop every time that's going. The crops run for a month. The actual crop is a weekend, typically a 3-day weekend where we have lives and we have a whole bunch of, and I'm trying to see if I can find a photo that has our schedule. Let's look at, so for example, for this particular one, we had lives all day on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, including some Zoom rooms and those kinds of things. So the crop group is different than our main group because we don't want to kind of get the other information all messed up on that group. It's a lot. It's a lot when we do the crops. There's a lot of posting that happens. And in the crop group, that will go live kind of it goes and it gets excited right before we do a crop, and you'll see a lot of information in that. I will tell you our next crop will be at the end of February, the last weekend in February, which is very exciting. We're starting to put that together now, and we'll get all that information out to you. About a month before, you'll start seeing all the details come out. The title, the group will change. So if you're not in this group yet, and you know what I'll do is I'll share it, and I will share it with a group, and I will share it with this group so that you guys can see it. Please join our crop group. Uh, that will be exciting for the end of February. Okay, anything I missed? So I see T's on, Sarah's on. I think Michelle is on. Anything, ladies, that I missed that I should cover from a computer? And then I will go and I will show what everything looks like on my iPad. So I covered schedule is on the cover photo. You can go to features to find links to the albums. But if you're in doubt, you can always go to media and albums. Let me just do this real quick and mention if you're not sure who, if you're not sure who to ask, you can always go to our design team. And you know what we probably need to do is get a new post that lists the design team. But Sarah, Tisa, Amy, there's 8 of us on the design team, and I will make sure we get a post with all of our names on there so that you know who to contact. But you can always ask somebody from the design team and information. So I'm going to stop sharing, and then I'm going to go to my iPad so you can, first of all, look at my little girls. Aren't they adorable? So you can see the differences in an iPad versus a computer. And the big difference is you don't go to media, you go directly to albums. So albums on an iPad instead of media. Also, they don't have the featured post showing. You have to hit featured. So you hit featured to see featured, and you hit albums to see albums. Those are the two big differences from the and now I think I lost the live. Am I still live? Can you guys still hear me? Oh dear. Yes, you can. Okay. Um, that's the big differences. So hopefully that makes sense. Albums featured. But I just wanted to go over all of that with y'all, just the differences in and where everything was. We've had so many new members and we're so excited to have you. And I know it may seem a little overwhelming at first, but please don't hesitate to ask questions. You can reach out to anybody on the design team. I'll get a post to the design team. I'll also make this live a post in the group, but you can always reach out to any of the design team members and we'll help you answer your question. And then if you watch this and you still have some questions, T has agreed to kind of go over it again tonight at her live, which we know about because it's in the calendar. That's the group photo. So I appreciate everybody's time. And unless I see any more questions, do I see any more questions? I'll give it a second. I guess everybody enjoys looking at my iPad. Yeah, it's very exciting. Woo. um, okay, I don't see any other questions. So thank you guys so much. And I will see you in January. Or actually, I'll see you on the New Year's Eve Zoom, 9 p.m. So I will see you guys then. Thanks, everybody.